Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. Today we are going to talk about our God of salvation. And the Bible verse that'll go along with our discussion comes from Psalms chapter 27 verse 9. Don't hide yourself, Lord, when I come to find you. You're the God of my salvation. So how can you reject your servant in anger? You've been my only hope, so don't forsake me now when I need you. How many times have you felt like you're being ignored by God? I mean, you've brought a problem to Him, you've offered it up in prayer, but He's silent. Or maybe you've come and asked Him for forgiveness for a thought, for words said in anger, for just anything. And again, He's silent. Do you often wonder why you're not hearing from God? I think because of our fast-paced world, that when we're talking to God, we don't take the time to be still, to shut ourselves away from everything that could be a distraction. Our phones, our iPads, our computers, put them away. Turn them completely off if you need to. Find yourself a quiet place where no one can bother you. Let your kids know, your husband, everybody know that you are going to go spend some time with God, and that they do not need to disturb you until you come back and let them know that you are ready to be back in their world. I know that's hard to do because, like I've said, our world is a very fast-paced world. With all the technology we have, with all of the demands that we allow to be made onto ourselves, it's very hard to also put those time constraints on God. But we are not to do that. We are to be still and to listen. We are to take the time. When we seek Him out and offer up a prayer to Him, we are to do so when we are ready to be still and to hear His answers. So folks, it's not that God is ignoring us. It's not that God is angry with us. It's us putting limitations on Him. And quite frankly, if you're like me and you stop and think about it, we should be telling ourselves, shame on you for doing that to God, because He has so much He wants to share with us. He has everything that we need. So when we come to Him, offering up a prayer of forgiveness, or offering up a prayer, or just a conversation that we want to have with Him, we need to be willing to be there for a bit and let Him converse back with us. So the God of our salvation expects from us the time that really is truly due Him. When you stop and think about it, He shouldn't just be our fixer-upper. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be our, we come to Him and say, Lord, forgive me for this, and then just move on. No. He is our God of creation. He created every single one of us. So we are unique in His eyes. We have a purpose for Him. And folks, we are cherished and loved by Him. So isn't He due our time? Isn't He due our respect to sit and listen for Him? Isn't He due our adoration, our hallelujahs, our thankfulness for all that He does for us? So God is not angry with you or me, and He is not ignoring us. He will talk to us when we take the time to be still and to listen. Because in the silence, in the total disconnect from the world where it's just him and I, you and him, can we truly hear the words of our Lord. God, you are near when I am brokenhearted, and you are close to me when I call you. You don't leave me to drown in my own circumstances. You are the God of my salvation, and you will not forsake me. Even as I struggle in my desperation to find where you seem to be hiding, you will come through. You are already with me, and you always have a plan for me. When I find it hard to see where you are in the middle of my suffering, I will cry out to you. I know you will not be far away. You will surely rescue me, and I will sing of your faithfulness again. I take heart in this promise. So, God of my salvation, you have been my only hope, the thing I always cling to. Don't give up on me now. Come close and bring relief to the chaos that has me swirling. I cling to you as I wait for you. So let me see you today, Lord. Let me see you today, Lord. Let me see you in everything that's put before me. Let me see you in every task that you offer me to perform that is going to let not only my light shine for you, but who you are shine through me. Let us take the time to be still and to always listen, because God's voice is not going to come in roaring at us like the thunder that we hear when a storm is brewing. God is going to be there in the whispers of the wind. He's going to be there in the tweets that we hear from the birds when they offer up their jubilations to God. God is always near. He never forsakes us. We have to tune our hearts, our minds, and our ears to hear him when he's talking to us. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional for today. I truly hope that these words help you to be reminded that we need to take time every day, and more than once a day, folks, quite honestly, that when we offer up to speak to God, to be willing to have the time to not only talk to him, but to hear his response as well. Now remember, I bring these devotionals to you every day from this little blue book that's put out by Broad Street Publishers. There is a link for you down in the description box if you wish to add this to your own devotional library. So all you got to do is click on it. Doesn't cost you anything but to click and see if it's something you're willing to add to your library. Let me also remind you that when Satan wishes to tell you that God's not there, that God's not listening, or that God may be upset with you, don't let him do it. Let God handle him. You be willing to listen to what God has for you and to let him direct your path. And remember, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.